pour so much of your own passion into somebody else's music. And so I remember vividly just feeling this overwhelming feeling that I had to start recording my own songs and singing my own songs. And I remember praying to the Lord one morning during my quiet time, asking for him to give me a new song. It's like the book of Psalms says, sing a new song to the Lord. And literally that afternoon, I was kind of reading through the Word, and it just came out. I still can't really explain it, but the entire song was written in about 20 minutes. You know, it's a matter of tweaking the arrangement here and there a little bit, but I really prayed heavily for a song, and I feel like God gave me that with We Stand in Awe. And the entire song is just about, it was written right after I became a new Christian as it is, and became a true follower of Jesus. And the song is really about how I've just given my life to him and my sins upon his tree, and he's redeemed me. And the whole chorus is just that I want to live my life standing in awe of him in a way that the entire world sees that, and the entire world is drawn to him. And it's why the title of the song is not I Stand in Awe, it's We Stand in Awe. Is how can I display the love of Christ and his grace and his mercy through my life and through the music. And so that's how We Stand in Awe came to be.
Grace abounds in me.
Chasing Lines as a song and as an EP really became a lifestyle for me, if you will, back early in 2014. And I was reading a book by Mark Batterson that really challenged you to go after whatever that fear is and overcome that fear by your confidence that God was with you. And he talked about in 2 Samuel 23:20, look at David's, the sense of his army. And there's a guy named Benaiah. Benaiah killed 2 sons of Ariel in Moab, and he went down to a pit on a snowy day and he killed a lion. And God obviously gives us what he wants us to know, but I can imagine how much fear Benaiah must have seen when he was staring at this lion. And he knows that when he goes into this pit with this lion, there's only one of them coming out. But he was confident enough to know that God was with him, and he went into that pit and he killed the lion, and ultimately he becomes David's personal bodyguard and commander of the Israelite army. And so the book really spoke to me to figure out what my lion is there, and that's the theme of this album and obviously what the title track is about.
Too many times.
Rise Up kind of was founded or written around this theme of overcoming fear, which you'll notice on the album is a very consistent theme. And I was reading in Psalms, the first Messianic Psalm, which Peter then quotes in Acts 2, and I came across the scripture. We'll say Acts 2:25, for David says of him, I saw the Lord ever before me because he is my right hand, and I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart was glad and my tongue rejoiced. Moreover, my flesh will rest in hope, because you will not leave me in Hades or allowed your Holy One to see decay. And you have revealed the paths of life to me. You will fill me with gladness in your presence. And just knowing kind of the truth behind that, I felt like God just has his hands wrapped around me, and that he won't let go of me, and that I'm secure. And because of that, I can sing, and I have joy in his presence. And it's really a song, an anthem to rise up and be secure in that truth, and to know that we are his, and we won't be shaken, and he won't allow that to happen. And while we become tested, and we can go through trials, I don't think we can truly become shaken. It said it right there. And so that song is just an anthem or a cry to live in a way that you believe that.
In the joy of your presence, in the glory of your name.
God's love was revealed among us in this way, that God sent his only Son into the world so that we might live through him. And as I was reading that, I caught the words, so that we might live through him. And again, it goes back to this theme of fear. God didn't send his Son for us to clam up and to hide and to live in fear, but so that we might live through him. So Forever You Reign is just a true to me, just a worship song. And ultimately, that's what that song is about, is just giving thanks to God and crying out for His grace and just to have that overwhelming sense of His love and His mercy and just to thank Him for that. The enemy tries to keep us in fear daily. Now, whatever it is that you're going through, or something you feel called to do, or something that feels too big, just know that God will make a way for you, and He's telling you to not be afraid. And He may not be giving you the answers for everything you need to know. The anxiety of the what ifs, what if that happens, or what if this happens, in the future. And just like with this album, I really felt like God was saying, don't worry. Just do what I tell you and record this album and get it out there and let me handle the rest. And so while we tend to want to live in this state of fear and anxiety and worry, just know that God's before you and He's after you, and just walk in that confidence, knowing that God is with you, and it'll make all the difference in the world. So go out and go chase your line.